What's up, YouTube? Thomas Ella here, with Lindsay Lohan's reality show Beach House premiering on MTV this week. I decided to do a top 10 list of my 10 favorite Lindsay Lohan movies. She's done, lots of stupid stuff over the years, whether it's DUI and all. But I gotta say, Lindsay Lohan is not really that bad of an actress, and she's also a pretty good singer, too. I really hope Lindsay Lohan finds a way to make some sort of comeback, because to me, I always love a comeback story, and I think Lindsay Lohan really needs one. And she's been in some pretty good movies over the years. So, that being said, here's my 10 favorite Lindsay Lohan movies. Coming in at number 10 is Herbie Fully Loaded. I really dug this movie. It's not like great, nothing like that, but I really had fun with it. It was kind of like a kid's version of Fast and Furious, if you want to look at it. Of course, this is based on the Disney classic, the Love Buggy. You also had Michael Keaton. You even had Justin Long in this. Who else was in this? Oh yeah, Matt Dillon. I love Matt Dillon. He's awesome. Herbie Fully Loaded, I thought it was pretty cute. It was fun. It was directed by Angela Robinson, who last directed that really good movie, Professor Marsden and the Wonder Woman. I thought she did a really good job at Herbie Fully Loaded. And too bad Disney never went ahead and did a sequel to this, because I would have loved to have seen another one. Alright, coming in at number 9 is LifeSize. Now, this, of course, stars Tyra Banks as a doll who becomes a human. Now, recent there was just that TV movie with Tyra Banks and the girl from Grown-ish. That was pretty good, but wasn't as good as the original, of course. I really dug the chemistry between Tyra Banks and Lindsay Lohan. Their chemistry was on point in that movie. This is definitely one of the best Disney Channel version movies ever. It's really cute. It's fun. It's funny. If you guys never seen LifeSize, give it a go. I think you'll enjoy it. Coming in at number 8 is A Prairie Home Companion. Now, this actually was the last movie directed by Robert Altman, who directed stuff like Popeye, Shortcuts. He was a legend. A Prairie Home Companion, I really loved. And I gotta say, it's a really underrated little gem. It had some really good music in it. And the cast in this was really outstanding. Like, the cast included people like Woody Harrelson, Meryl Streep, John C. Reilly, Lily Tomlin, Kevin Kline, Tommy Lee Jones, Maya Rudolph. Really good cast. And, Lindsay Lohan, that girl could sing. She had some really good singing parts in this movie. If you guys never seen A Prairie Home Companion, give it a go. It's a really good little gem. Underrated, I would say. Alright, coming in at number 7 is Machete. I really love Machete. Now, Lindsay Lohan didn't really have the biggest part in this movie, but I really dug the scenes that Lindsay Lohan was in. There's like a pool scene that featured Lindsay Lohan and Danny Trejo. That pool scene was a little weird to watch, I admit. And, in this, Lindsay Lohan actually dressed up as a nun. That's right, a nun. Heck yeah, it was awesome. Too bad Lindsay Lohan never returned for the sequel. I'm probably one of the very few people who dug Machete Kills. But the first Machete is where it's at. It's an awesome film. And Danny Trejo, him as Machete, is really cool too. And also, it was actually the last movie I've actually seen Steven Seagal on the big screen, that is. Steven Seagal as the villain that was a little weird to see, but hey, who doesn't love Seagal? He's awesome. Anyway, back to Lindsay in this. Yeah, Lindsay Lohan was really good in Machete. All right, coming in at number 6 will be Chapter 27. Now, this is actually a movie about Mark David Chapman, who was, of course, the guy who killed John Lennon. Now, Jared Leto won his Oscar for Dallas Buyers Club, and that was like his first nomination. I gotta say, Jared Leto should have scored his first Oscar nomination for playing Mark David Chapman. I thought he was really terrific as the role. And you had Lindsay Lohan as his love interest. Also, the dude who played John Lennon in this, can't remember his name, but he was a pretty good John Lennon. And if you think Jared Leto was unrecognizable as the Joker or in Dallas Buyers Club, watch him in Chapter 27. He was literally unrecognizable as Mark David Chapman. Like, it took me a while to even knew that was Jared Leto. And Lindsay Lohan her and Jared Leto was really good in this movie. And if you guys never seen Chapter 27, do yourself a favor, give that one a watch. All right, coming in at number 5 is a really underrated gem, and that will be Bobby. Bobby, this is, of course, the movie about JFK. This movie had a really terrific cast. It even had people in this movie. There was actually good performances in this who you would not expect to actually be that good, to be honest with you. Like, Nick Cannon was even good in this. Nick Cannon is not really that much of a good actor, but I gotta say, Nick Cannon and Bobby, it made me want to see what Nick Cannon could do again. Because Nick Cannon was really good when he was in Bobby. And you had Shia LaBeouf was good. Lindsay Lohan in this was actually married to Elijah Wood's character. I really dug the chemistry between both Elijah Wood and Lindsay Lohan. Then, of course, this is a true story, so I guess I should not really interpret a spoiler. But of course, at the end, it showed that Robert F. Kennedy getting shot, and lots of people surrounding him or got shot as well. Now, if you guys watch Bobby towards that ending, you're probably going to want to get some tissues because it's a really sad ending. If you guys never seen Bobby, it's another Lindsay Lohan movie worth checking out. And I gotta say, this is a really underrated little gem. It's not really. It got good reviews and all, but since its release, it never really got talked about as much. But to me, it's a really good film. All right, coming in at number 4 is Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. This movie was a really good teen drama film. You had a young Megan Fox in this. That's right, people. Way before she appeared in Transformers, she appeared in a film called Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. You gotta start somewhere, I guess. This movie, of course, had the Lindsay Lohan song in it, Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. Most of these movies, Lindsay Lohan actually did lots of the soundtrack for. She was a decent actress, but I gotta say, she was even a better singer. Like, that girl could bust out a tune really well. And, of course, this movie was also from Disney. Lindsay Lohan did a lot of stuff from Disney. I kind of hope she does another movie for Disney in the future, but with the stuff that Lindsay Lohan's been doing lately, I don't even think Disney really wants that in their projects and all. But overall, Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen was pretty decent. Coming in at number 3 is The Parent Trap. Now, this was actually Lindsay Lohan's first feature film. Parent Trap, it's actually a remake of a 70s classic. I think the original was released in the 70s. I think 70s or 80s, around that time. And, of course, Lindsay Lohan actually plays twins in this. So we got a double dose of Lindsay Lohan's. You had the late Natasha Richardson as the stepmother who they're trying to, get rid of. You had Dennis Quaid in this. I really love this movie. Of course, like I said, had a mini Lindsay Lohan. Can't remember how old she was when she did this. I think she was like 12, probably, or not 12, maybe around 12 or 13 when she did this movie. Can't remember how old she was, but this really showed how good Lindsay Lohan, definitely was as a child. And since then, of course, she's been in loads of other stuff over the years. So, if you guys never seen Parent Trap, definitely give this one a go. Coming in at number 2 is Freaky Friday. Of course, this is actually another remake. And I gotta say, the remakes were actually even better than the original. Like, to me, the Lindsay Lohan Parent Trap, to me, is slightly better than the original. And the Freaky Friday remake is actually better than the original. Now, here you have Lindsay Lohan pretty much becomes Jamie Lee Curtis, and Jamie Lee Curtis becomes Lindsay Lohan. And you even had Mark Harmon in this, Chad Michael Murray. That guy doesn't do anything anymore. I kind of wish Chad Michael Murray does more stuff in the future because he's pretty cool. But anyway, I love Freaking Friday. This also had some pretty good music in it. And I really like the chemistry between both Lindsay and Jamie Lee Curtis. Their chemistry was as mother and daughter worked out pretty well. I mean, if you guys never seen Freaky Friday with Lindsay and Jamie Lee Curtis, it's really good. And it's really funny too. Definitely give that one a go. Now, what will be my favorite Lindsay Lohan movie? My number 1 favorite Lindsay Lohan movie of all time is pretty much not a shock. This is probably everyone's favorite Lindsay Lohan movies. And that, of course, is Mean Girls. I can't say it enough. I love Mean Girls. Lindsay Lohan in this was really funny. You even had, I believe it was produced by Lorne Michaels. You even had Rachel McAdams in this, Tim Meadows. Who else? Oh, yeah, Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, Amanda Seyfried. Jonathan Bennett was pretty good in this. I just love Mean Girls. It's really funny. It's also pretty. Lots of people actually find this movie relatable as well. Too bad we never got to see a sequel with Lindsay Lohan in them because, there is actually a Mean Girls sequel, but Lindsay Lohan and the gang aren't in it. Tim Meadows is, but the other people aren't. I would have loved to have seen another Mean Girls because it's really funny. It got released in 2004, and it's a movie that still gets talked about today. I believe every October is like Mean Girls Day. Mean Girls has its own national holiday. Who really doesn't love Mean Girls? It's going to go down as a classic in years to come. It's the 2000s. It's the Breakfast Club of the 2000s, really. You know how in the 80s there was Breakfast Club? The 2000s, it's Mean Girls. I'll actually watch Mean Girls whenever it's on TV because it's really funny. The cast are pretty good. Lindsay Lohan was good. Yeah, Mean Girls is the best. All right, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 10, Herbie Fully Loaded. 9, LifeSize. 8, A Prairie Home Companion. 7, Machete. 6, Chapter 27. 5, Bobby. 4, Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. 3, The Parent Trap. 2, Freaky Friday. 1, Mean Girls. Now, Lizzie has done other stuff over the years. She played Elizabeth Taylor, which was, oh my god, that was abysmal. Oh my god. You guys remember when Lindsay Lohan was Elizabeth Taylor? Yeah, it's okay if you don't. The Canon with porn star James Dean. That was actually not bad. I know lots of people hated that movie, but it wasn't all bad. Just My Luck was whatever. I Know Who Killed Me is more of a guilty pleasure. Inappropriate Comedy. To me, I love inappropriate appropriate comedy. The one that she did with Michelle Rodriguez and Rob Schneider. Scary Movie 5. She had like a little cameo in that with Charlie Sheen. But yeah, I would love to see Lindsay Lohan make a comeback in the future because I think she deserves it. But let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your favorite Lindsay Lohan movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.